Today's gospel, Jesus says, the harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. And he sends out the apostles to proclaim the kingdom of God. And at the end, he says, without cost you have received, without cost you are to give. Those are instructions for us. The Lord has given us so much as a gift. We're called to then bring that to others. Reminded me of an experience I had at my first assignment as a priest. We used to do a children's collection. So the priest would come down with a basket and all the little kids would come up and they'd bring a few dollars or a few coins and things like that. And I remember one little girl came up and she looked up at me and had kind of a sad look on her face and she said, "I'm sorry, I only have 2 quarters." And I said, "That's okay, put it in, that's great." And as I walked back to the altar, it was reflecting on that moment. It was interesting because she was kind of self-conscious that she only had 2 quarters. But for me, one, it wasn't like we were basing our parish budget off of the children's collection. You know, those 2 quarters weren't exactly gonna make a huge difference for the entire budget. And then secondly, I knew it wasn't her money, that it was really coming from her parents. What that means for us is first of all, we might not feel like what we have to give is a lot, but ultimately it's less about what it means to us and more about what God can do with it. Secondly, we might feel self-conscious what we have to give, but whatever we have, it came from our Father in heaven. For those kids to feel bad about not having enough money was really silly because they were simply a vessel of their parents. For us, it's not our job necessarily to have more or less than other people. It's simply about receiving what the Lord has given us without cost, and then to give to others without cost. To simply be an instrument of our Father in heaven, to play a part in His salvation. Each of us has been given, through our gifts, through our personality, we've been given a little insight into God that we're called to express to the world. So express your part well. Nothing more, nothing less. Without cost, you have been given. Without cost, give.